All right, what's happening? Sean here, packing up for this weekend. We're actually heading to Memphis, Tennessee to go to the Mid-South Heli Invasion 2017 drone race. Pretty excited. There's a lot of fast guys that are going to be there, and I always enjoy learning from fast dudes. So we decided to kind of make it a bit of a family trip. The kids only had a half day of school tomorrow, so they're gonna skip school. We're gonna head to St. Louis. We're gonna go to the Science Center, break up the drive, stay tomorrow night in St. Louis. And then Friday morning, we're gonna head to Memphis, Tennessee. Probably gonna go to Graceland, check out the King of Rock. We're gonna do all that. That's kind of how I've gotten to race as much as I have this summer, is we've kind of attached family trips to drone races. So we went to Springfield to race, and we went to Branson, and we went to Kansas City to race, and the girls went shopping, and so forth and so on. We've kind of tried to piggyback some things. So for this race, I'm trying to pack a little extra light. It doesn't look very light looking at the table here. You've probably seen what's in the bag type of segments. Well, this is going to be what's in the trunk. What are the absolute necessities that I'm going to take to this race? So yeah, let's dive in. I'll show you what's going on. Here we go. Here are the goods. So we'll start with the quads. Right here, the first two are straight up spec racers that I've been flying with the EMAX motors, Unify's 30 amp Bullet ESCS on the Atmospheric Adventure spec frame. This one's got the slim pod set up. This one has the GoPro pod set up, but those are my spec racers. The third quad is essentially the same. It's got the slim pod on it, but I'm running these Hyperlight motors that I won at the Springfield race. So I actually really like flying this quad. So I've got everything outfitted with Crossfire now. Those have the Immortal T antennas on it that has the stock antennas. And then this is what I call the kid quad. That's what I built just for the kids to bash around. It's a true X frame on a 4mm unibody plate, because unibodies is how I like to roll. But that's just the holy crap. If I'm flying this quad at a race, like, we're in trouble. But that's the 4 quads that I'm taking. Next, we'll jump over to the power center. So I'm gonna take my 4-channel charger. Apparently they've got solar get up. The only thing is their solar get up outputs 24 volts, and my charger works on up to 15 volts. So I got this off of the Amazon. That's a 24 volt to 12 volt converter at 20 amps. So hopefully this will allow me to plug into their solar station and get some batteries going, because assuming there's not rain this weekend, all day Saturday is gonna be practice, Saturday night's gonna be a night event, and then Sunday is gonna be the race. So I'm bringing a lot of batteries, 2 batteries in each one of these things. So there's 16 batteries total, but I'm gonna need to be charging. So that's what's going on there. Hopefully this will let me do some field charging fairly well. These are my little TPU caps I printed for the batteries. If there's a cap on a battery, not a capacitor, but a little TPU cap, that means that battery is full. In here, just a bunch of randomness, a deal to charge my radio, so forth and so on. So that's Power World. Over here, this is Tool and Part World. So down here I have all the tools I need, basic field repair tools, battery straps, sticky tape stuff, more tools, lighter, extra flight controller, camera parts in there. That's all my soldering gear. That's just some random TPU parts that I don't use anymore, and some extra motors. Up here, more parts. So relatively organized. Here's some patch antenna extras. These are all bad VTXs. This is my graveyard of XSRs because I'm running Crossfire now. That's in there. There's an extra Crossfire receiver. Couple extra VTXs. All my antenna get up is down there. Extra screws, that's important. More extra motors, random wire and wire harnesses, extra ESCs, a couple capacitors, some standoffs I don't use anymore, and a bunch of randomness. So that's what's up there. In case the solar charging doesn't work out, this is my backup plan. This will let me charge a handful of batteries. It takes literally 2 days to charge backup, so it would only be good for 1 day, but I'm bringing it. There's that sucker. And back there where we're going, it's at like an RC field, I think, and there's like no shade. So I'm bringing the pop-up tent, 1 chair. I've given up on camping chairs because they suck, so I just bring a folding chair. Otherwise, my back hurts. And I will be bringing my trusty folding table. And then in the bag here, stuffed full. All right. So I have some props, actually a little low. I only have 4 sets of the props I'm actually flying, but hopefully the mailman's gonna bring me some tomorrow morning. Got my goggles with the True D, got my Taranis, rocking the Crossfire down there. So extra set of goggles, oh, and zip ties. Zip ties are important, so. That's all the stuff that I think I have to take to a race to be prepared, which also helps me be competitive, because a lot of times I end up beating guys that are faster than me just because they broke all their gear and they went home. So yeah, hopefully that's helpful to somebody. It's definitely overkill, absolutely overkill. Typically I take some more like extension cords, a random rolly box so I don't have to carry stuff. It kind of has a little dolly on it. And sometimes I take the generator. Apparently, going on a 4-day trip, we need to take clothing as well. So thanks for tuning in. If you're into quad racing, quad stuff, be sure to subscribe, share, and we'll catch you next time on Heart of America FPV. Yeah.